tape this thing in place. Anyway, hey y'all. Welcome to another episode. Sorry, let me stop. Welcome to I Espy with my Shamanic eye. This is Gabrielle. You know. Alright. A little bit more. What they say, weapons may form, but they don't prosper. Yes. Happy Monday. Thank you, guardian angels. Truly. Ancestors and angels, spirit guides. You know your perpetual posts, mommy, daddy. As always, protect me, the channel, and those who view from evil and demonic energies. Thank you. Somebody mad, but it don't matter. I saw an eye roll, ain't shit immediately. You know, fake smiles. Hey, girl. Hey. Uninterested. Somebody a little upset that you're not interested now. You like they energy's off, guys? Did you encounter someone who tried to press you and you really wasn't interested? And they feel some kind of way. Oh, not to mention that this person was like all up in your energy, trying to pull cards on you, trying to figure out how to play you a little bit, you know? Ew. Look, you like, I don't give a shit. I know that's right. Hey. Somebody like, look, I'm focused. I'm focused, man. Too busy winning. Look, they wanted you to see, they was like, won't you give me a little energy? Won't you give me a little piece of you? Da. Please. Told you something off with their energy. Look, they mad. Ew, why you so jelly? Look, they mad. The player mad. Look, you like, don't care. Somebody talking shit, yo. They thought they had you. They thought they found out a bunch. Look, somebody about to start talking shit. Watch. Oh, they must be on drugs. They don't want me. They must be doing this. They don't want me. Da. Look, this is what you saw. Some dark ass heavy energy. You're right. You don't want that. Look. You know why they was coming towards you. You ain't simple. Try to come at you like a lamb, but really a wolf. Look, I told you they was in your energy. Man, you don't give a shit about none of that. I feel like you know who this person is. You done told them to stay off your page, out your energy, and everything else. But this person a little slow. They're a little slow. Oh, I see bad karma. It was poking out. This person wanted you to share in their bad karma. You was like, I think not. And you know, if you exchange energy with anybody, like you like, if you run the risk, the risk and the chance. I was in my Scooby voice, risk crew. Right. You know, picking up their bullshit. Look. Well, you really did get all the proof that you needed real quick. It was quick. It felt like, look. I told you they talking shit. Look, but everybody can see they the one who lonely. Look at this shit. Look at this. Would you look at that? Look, you told you ain't what they offer. You look at us. I mean, if you are even looking, it ain't nothing over here. Look. You want something, an offer that matches your frequency, your vibe. With head in the clouds next to off an offer. Look at this shit. Look, 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 look. I told you. I told you they was gonna try to besmirch your good name and have nothing to go on. Look at this. Look at this. You can already tell somebody wasn't raised right. Bad parents, hates parents, scared of parents. Look, you know they ain't raised right. Oh, you know they ain't raised right. I would be mindful if any of you have minor children, because this person could attempt to start some weird CPS case against you just because, you know, you don't want them and like, This person is like prolific at whatever this sort of targeting is. They're usually successful, but not you, because they like to prey upon, look, people in the 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, people who have small children who could use a little help. Look, the truth gonna come out. Ace of Swords, Strength card, please. People know you, and look, they gonna say, "Oh, look, you jelly because you crying over spilled milk. This person didn't want you." And it's funny because somebody, look, whoever this person is, they are I think pretty well to do from what I'm picking up on. And this person could have tried to insult you and buy their way into your life, and you rejected all of that. You was like 4 of Pentacles. I may not have much, but I'm not on that type time, because they was offering you 10, and you was like, I'm good. Yeah, you really saw this person coming. You definitely saw the okie doke. Clear as a bell, Queen of Swords energy. Look, you saw they was a little too ambitious, too willing. And it's funny because I don't normally get domination from the Temperance energy, but the Knight of Swords is right there, and it is the masculine cup that is pouring into the feminine, and it's like it's overwhelming. Like somebody was moving too fast, doing too much too soon, type energy. Or this is coming in, guys. You know, we deal in energy. The shit's fluid. I don't get to tell you when. Yeah, look. I told you somebody is really used to this type time. Like they're used to people fighting for their attention, trying to get close to them, you know, Queen of Wands, Sun. Look, because all they see this person as a meal ticket. There's those 10 of Pentacles again. And you was like, I'm good. Because look, Knight of Wands energy, you already know. Like I said, you're looking for someone that matches your vibration, your frequency, with an offer head in the clouds. 6 of Wands to the King of Pentacles. Look, there's a Queen of Pentacles right there. Like this person, whatever they were expecting, they didn't come up the way they thought they would. You left them kind of stuck. They thought you needed them, damsel in the stretch, and they thought they was gonna come in, and you was like, Here's the thing: this person reminds you of a cycle you already closed out. You're not trying to add to your worries, anxiety. I feel like this person could have upset your anxiety, and you was like, no, I'm good. You're finally at a place of peace, harmony, and balance. Star energy, you're healed. You don't want that shit. You like, And I feel like you cut somebody dead off. Look, 2 of Swords, 8 of Wands, High Priestess. Now, this person couldn't override your intuition. I see that. But they was doing too much, trying to insert themselves too much. You said, I know about this. Look, you said, I'm aware. I'm aware. I know. This, look. Mm-mm. 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 This person, he was really trying to insert himself in a very dominating fashion into your family, your community, everything. Ew. Like, yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not the Knight coming at the Queen. Shut him down. Wow. Look, you know Nemesis energy when you sense it now. When you pick up on it, you good. You shut him down. But I also feel like somebody really thought you was just all sugar and spice and everything nice. And then you pulled out that moon energy. It was like slicey. Wow. Anyway. Look. Look. It's a Jekyll and Hyde energy to this player. Came at you all willy-nilly. I feel like you kindly sent them on their way. Somebody's too sensible. They don't get wrapped up. Like the the Queen of Swords, Temperance right underneath. Then you got two Knights back to back. No, somebody, they too sensible. Didn't I tell you triggered this person? Nine of Wands. Look, see, they saw. Look, full King of Swords. Like I said, you on some new type time. You not. Mm-mm. It's still pleasure-seeking behavior. Full with the King of Swords. This person gonna come back to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one more in the tank. Man child. Again, somebody wasn't raised right. Damn, did one of y'all ask this man if he was gay? Because I'm looking at the Fool and the King of Swords. I don't know. Is it the way they communicate? Did you sense a little sugar in the tank? Look, Two of Wands. I'm telling you, you picked up something. Mm-mm. But I told you, they're planning to come towards you. They think that they have a new approach. They want to start over with you. They think you guys got off to the wrong, on the wrong note. I don't think you care. Somebody a little reckless with a mouthpiece. And the Queen of Swords is not about to suffer a fool. Look, because she really justice. She really justice in a cute little fun package. Page of Wands. She's fun size, but mighty. Yeah, look. Page of Swords. So this person could actually be trying to communicate with you under a false identity, by the way. This person's energy is super duper restless. But for some of you, this is a whole different matter whatsoever. There is somebody who thought they was going to be able to manipulate you out of something that belongs to you. They are legally obligated to give it to you. They are. This person's been talking shit, trying to, throw shade on your reputation. I'm still getting that. I feel like you don't deal with this person at all, but this is not giving any sort of romance whatsoever. You could have actually called this person out on child neglect for having some problems and some issues with partying, and this person could very well be a gossipy sort of person with talking shit. And I don't know, look, I don't think you care, right? Because you're focused on your own life, too busy winning, unbothered, looking forward towards your future and the offers that you really have coming in that are tangible. But there is something over here where somebody's gonna try to play naive, like, oh, I didn't know, I was stressed, I was worried, I was da 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 da. It's all bullshit and lies. This person has something that directly belongs to you, and now the courts are involved. This person might even try to do a like, I don't know if they're going to use a lawyer or an mediator, but like, I'm also getting like, hey friend, let's reconcile, let's water under the bridge. This person's not to be trusted at all. They're vicious, and they try to swindle you out of something that belongs to you. Period. And so they have a plan to come towards you and try to lay it on real thick. And I was so aggressive because, and I because a bunch of fucking excuses, and their lies. They must give you what belongs to you. Otherwise, there are legal consequences. Yeah. 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 This is a death benefit. You could have taken care of someone, Eight of Pentacles. I'm not saying this person, you were entitled to anything, but I do feel like you were bequeathed something. This person cared for you greatly. King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Three of Cups, Four Swords, Ten of Cups. Right. Right. This is taking much longer than it should have. I do, because look, hard work. So I do. I feel like you took care of this person. And I don't feel like it was like something you were even compensated for. I feel like you did this out of kindness and compassion because you wanted to. Six of Cups next to Three of Cups, that's Nine of Cups, right? That's wish fulfillment. You did what you thought was right while this person was ill. Four of Swords, Ten of Cups. You consider this person family. And it makes me feel like, yeah, look, here's grief. Here's grief. This person thought about you. They did. Page of Pentacles. This person desired what it is that was given to you. Why weren't you around to take care of this person if you feel some sort of way about it? But that's not what it is. You left this person. You thought you manipulated them. Right. And that you're the child of this person is what I'm getting with child neglect. But because you hated your parent, you hated your whatever, you decided you were going to abandon them, leave them alone in some sort of game to get back at them for what you perceive as a slight. But it's really giving pot meat kettle. Yeah. You got the same issues your pappy or your mammy got you. Got is what I'm seeing. The same issues. The apple fell right up under the same tree and took roots. Same seeds. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. There's going to be, oh, I needed it. Da, 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 da. No, your ass is going to jail. I'm telling you now. No, this person did what they wanted to out of smugness. Look, they like I said, they walked away, abandoned their own parent. Da, 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 da. Look. And you, collective, you're the kind one, compassionate one, the one. See? There's no confusion on what happened here. That was what they planned to do from a jump. Out of all the things they could have did, they chose that. And I do feel like there has been someone looking into things. You could be a Leo. And you put on a very different face than what reality is. Look, they know. Look, Hierophant, Seven of Swords, that you're a liar and you're a thief, and they're coming for you. You didn't get away with anything. You might have delayed things for a little bit, but now look at you. Five of Pentacles and the Devil out of greed, spite, blah, 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 blah. So now you're in a transient position. You're experiencing financial loss and you're spiraling. All because of what? Petty competition, jealousy. Now look, what about the kids? Because now the kids are unstable. Page of Cups, Three of Swords, Ten of Swords, Two of Pentacles, back and forth. Back and forth, all because of this. You tried to hide something that your father, his investments. Now you're really going to struggle. Your one action is going to put you in the Ten of Wands. Now you're in your struggle. Chariot. And the divine is making sure of it. Ace of Swords. You haven't worked. I'm getting you haven't worked a real day in your whole life, but you fitting to, because you got the Ten of Wands coming. Because I see it here. You made your decision. You thought you was just going to escape the period of life where people have to find their way and earn their way, etc., etc. No, no one gets through that. You can take it early in life or you can take it late in life, but you're going to experience both sides of those scales. It's unfortunate, especially if there's children involved, because I really feel as though there are. And I see there's a spouse, but what are they getting ready to do? Oh, shit. There could be an outside person pregnant. Oh. Okay. It ain't my business. Let's pick these up. But there's communication. This person really thought they was going to outsmart you. They did. I just saw the Six of Pentacles. Those scales must be balanced. They tried to hold on to what didn't belong to them. Right. Claiming poverty, hardship. Courts don't give a fuck about none of that. What you did was a crime. And I feel like they fought for a while to try to hold on to it. Five of Wands, Four of Pentacles. It's not yours. It don't belong to yours. Look, they even tried spiritual warfare. Look at this. Five of Wands, a dark practitioner, devil. See? See? Look at this. And here's the kicker. Something was given to them, by the way. But they didn't really want what was presented to them. They wanted whatever was left to the others, the other community, the Three of Cups. Right, look. And whoever this person is, divine feminine, they feel like you got enough. You doing all right. Da, 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 da. That ain't your decision. Look, the divine said, I'm going to get you what's yours from this lifetime and every lifetime. What I say? Six of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Right. And all this person has done is exasperate their own karma because you're a light worker, right? So they challenge using dark work, right? And you were able to alchemize, transmute, make it work, right? So again, it's Nemesis energy. Eight of Swords, justice. What I say? Four of Swords. Wow. Wow. And I feel like the spirit of this person is protecting the person in the collective. They're watching over. And they are hell-bent determined to make sure you get what is yours. Because they know this bitch a thief. Seven of Swords. Right. Wow. Oh, yeah. They're heartbroken. This person on the other side of the veil is heartbroken by this person's actions. Three of Swords. Yeah. Because I just saw, look, Eight of Cups to the Page of Pentacles. So somebody walked away and abandoned, like this person's child, like whether they're adult, like they left them in this position. Intentionally. See, on the other side of the veil, everything's very clear. There's no more emotion. There's just absolute knowing and clarity. And I don't think that applies to the newly deceased. I feel like that's a state after recognition of the transition. And I really don't feel like it's that many seniors who, or like if you're a sickly person and you've been in and out of the hospital, I don't feel like it comes as that much of a shock when you transition to the other side. I personally feel as though if it's volatile or something like that, it's much more of a like scramble energy, like they're stuck where they are, and because it's out of nowhere. But if you're elderly or if you're sickly, I don't feel like it's a big deal. Like a lot of times the energy I feel coming off of those people, it's relief. Once someone makes peace in their spirit, that's just all it is. I know what I'm talking about. High Priestess, Ace of Wands. I have many hats, like I said. And as much as I help and usher in life and calm the fears of women who are concerned, and like in a team effort, we have a very high success rate of conditioning the womb for conception and settling in the spiritual energy around a woman who will become with child very shortly. It's awesome. But I've also been there to ease the transition between these worlds. Just a peaceful presence. Because they be holding on. It's natural. But everyone should have somebody there to hold their hand. Look. We all have our purposes, guys. A lot of little quiet things that are done. Energy is energy. That's why the death card You know, it can be scary, and death should be mourned. But when people don't even respect life, how can you mourn death? Okay? Just think about that. I don't go to funerals like that. I really don't. Um, I'll pay my respects to like people again who are sickly and the elderly, but I don't go to funerals that involve trauma, like egregious acts. Can't do it, won't do it. The energy is chaos. That's you willingly stepping into a level of hell, whether you realize it or not. It's not my cup of tea. Right. See? Yeah. Yep. Anyway, just thought I'd share a little bit. Mm, mm, mm. Ladies and gentlemen, open your hands. Open your hands. This person gonna try to convince you, like, oh no, we was always on good terms. No, y'all wasn't. But this is the way the divine always had it structured. Okay, let me pick these up. They mad though. They mad, as they should be, but be mad at your fucking self. People be so jelly. Ugh. Such a nasty image. Stalker. Hey, I just saw stalker and child neglect. Y'all better pay attention to your kids. If one of your kids was talking like, oh, there's someone, pay attention. Do not dismiss that. Don't dismiss that. Because you think, look, you're like, oh no, this could even be somebody you bought up in your house. Uninterested, wolf in sheets clothing, marrying for money, boss daddy. If you ignore your child right now, you're going to be haunted by this shit for the rest of your life. Ask him why it didn't work out between him and his last person. Inside scoop, rejected, obsessive lover, legal issues, wants you back, scarcity tactics. Right. I don't care what the package look like. Somebody got kookaloo. You got a straight up kookaloo. Especially if your daughter look just like you might want to be careful, boo. Crying over you, hurt, like, oh yeah. You trying to ignore some shit because you lonely. Bitch, you better not be that fucking lonely. Ignoring every man. You know what's gonna happen if something happened to the child? God forbid if they come up with something like that. You're gonna be under a prison. Look, I know who I'm talking to because they only get in because you open the door. You need more information about this person. You don't know who this person is, letting them move up in your house because they done bent your back. Man, you better stop playing. Because you want to what? Live a life that ain't yours? You fix your income first. You about to let a creeping in. As I say that, look, creeping. This person's looking at, man. And you got a real bad habit. You don't pick good men. You don't. And you got kids and you don't pick good men. You can't afford to be this naive. You just can't. Yeah, but you're not seeing it right. You about to dodge a major bullet if you take some heat. That protect them little ones. What's wrong with you? Please. Fucking epidemic of just cretins everywhere. Look, because here come child services and total drama starter. Okay. This ain't a joke. Because something's already going on. I feel like they might have even reported something to somebody in school because you can't be bothered. You think they just want some attention from you? That's not it. You're not mad in the right direction. Ew. Yeah. Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. You you see your daughter as competition? Are you crazy? Are you fucking crazy? Because your little ego, you let this person. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please don't be one of them. Please don't be one of them who would let somebody touch on their kid because you got low self-esteem. You fuck. Oh, oh. Okay, I gotta calm down because y'all the worst. Y'all the worst. Y'all the worst. There was a situation, I think it was Arkansas recently. Little girl delivered a full-term baby because she let the stepdaddy touch on her. They was both pregnant. Oh, God, help me. Oh, God, help me. Because you don't have no money. Oh, this is why I say people need an application for children. Because you wouldn't have got one rejected. Because you didn't make it to where you want to make it. Because you ain't want to put the hard... Oh, I can't... Oh. Yeah, no, you not. You not. I already knew it. No, you not. No, you not. Not even close. You play one. You not even close. Not even close. That's who you are. Nasty fucking skink. Right. 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 Look. You need help, lady. You need help. You need help. You do. You really, really do. Inside school. Girl fight. Like I said. You need help. I hope she did go to school and tell on your simple ass. You can't be bothered, huh? You got this man pimping you. That's what that shit looked like to me. Moving around from place to place, moving on. Thank you. Exactly. Every time a little grudge holder. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I don't give a fuck how you feel about me, sis. Weirdo. You need to be holding a grudge against your fucking self. Nasty. Nasty. Participating in the trafficking of your own fucking child. You're nasty. I hope they catch your simple ass. Ooh, where is this bitch? Father, show me where this simple bitch is. Where in the world is this simple person exploiting their own child? Where are they? Wouldn't surprise me if it was homegrown at this point. U.S., no problem. Where? Where is a simple, nasty... Where? New Mexico. Okay. Well, that unfortunately, that is a prime location for the weirdness to happen. It really is. Where? Where's a simple bitch? There's a place in New Mexico called Truth or Consequences, and it is circling that region. Sierra County, is that what I'm seeing? Tighten up, please. Show me. Hillsboro. Hillsboro, New Mexico. So, to any law enforcement agencies on the federal level who happen to come across this, please look into that. Please look into that. That could be their next location where their intention of relocation to. It's a hot spot, from my understanding, for that sort of the Ace of Swords, for that sort of nefarious activity. But that's exactly where this karmic ass bitch is. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's pick that up because that's trifling. Um. Female boxing, MMA, something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. I gotta get out that energy because man, bankrupt. This person's. All right. What else was there? Mm. Yeah. Y'all got somebody so curious on how you make your money, they can't figure it out. Maybe you should mind your business. Look, right. Because you hurt their ego. They feel like you doing better than them. It don't matter what you doing, how you doing it, but they feel like you doing better than them. Look, that's you. Look at you. Because it's energy, babe. It's not what you have, it's how you carry yourself. Look, it's how you move. Look. They really in your business. Ew. Look, you intimidate the fuck out somebody. Ooh. Yo. Did you get that power pellet? Because you should have. Look at this. You just being you. Look. That's crazy. They be making shit up. Wow. And whoever I'm talking to, you keep either you don't do social media or you keep that shit quiet. Quiet. Your block list is prolific. Look, stalker. Look at that. Stalker. Stalker. This is a fan, by the way. A stan, a fan, whatever you want to call it. Oh, they all up in your business, baby. They trying to search you out. Yes, look. The way you live, the way you give and receive, the way you conduct yourself while you on your own. Man. The way you see shit coming. Oh my God, yo. It seemed like shit just move out the way for you. You know what I mean? They don't think you work hard enough for they liking. I don't know why you so worried about it. Maybe you should start with that. Collective, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to the karmic on the other side. Child, maybe you should start with that. Just start with that. Hustling. Look. 5 of Cups. Crying over spilled milk. Oh, you know why? Because whatever gravy train you on, somebody was too slow. Knight of Pentacles, somebody was too slow. Facts. No facts. Make shit up. Yeah, look. Told you they be just trying to come up with shit because you make it look easy. They feel like you just get what you want. No, Queen of Wands is go-getter energy. Ego. Look. They mad. Seven of Wands, Four of Swords. Listen, there was an opportunity at one given time or another for these people to elevate with you, but you got too far ahead of them. And that's not bragging, but they just can't go. These people challenged you, opposed you, tried to stop you, hinder you, block you, all that shit. They didn't want you to experience any peace. They didn't want you at rest. No. Again, you too quiet. You too peaceful. You don't do drama. They don't like none of that because they can't get in. That's why their asses got stopped at the line. Because it was a sob story. It's a hustle. It's a this. It's a that. It's not actually them wanting to participate and put in the same effort. No, it's... And these are people who can't figure out life for themselves. And you don't feed their ego. And you don't give them nothing. Queen Rising. Look. You planted the seeds for your own success. Page of Pentacles. Moving, please. Look, Ace of Wands. Look at that. That's God. They can see how God move in your life. Wow. Dirt digging. I mean, when I say they be replaying shit over and over again, trying to find hidden meanings and shit like that, and how did you like get out the loop and oh man, that's crazy, right now. I think that's self-explanatory. They like, you don't even need one. Look. Look. Look at this. And look, here's the other thing. They tried to come at you reckless gully, right? Dark practitioner. But look, your faith, your strength, your spirit, it's more than they can handle. They threw everything at you in the kitchen sink and said, now look at them. Now they feel like you showing off. Now they feel like you spiritually flexing. Not at all. Not at all. I feel like that's you. You just be like on some light and love, but that don't mean the shit don't get dark. They think you using dark arts. But God, baby. Because you know how to transmute and alchemize that energy, and you know how to give it to God. Give it to God. Love on the brain, please. Look, what I say? Look, Hangman, Six of Swords. Look. Put those back. They really think everything just work out for you. But I also get that these are folks that, you know, you had to surrender in order to get to where you are. Because, again, they weren't doing nothing whatsoever. They just wanted to be there for the good time, not the long time. Get what they can get and keep it running. These are definitely folks who are trying to like penetrate your energy, but it's not working whatsoever. They look at it like this, like whenever this is why they think you're using dark arts, right? Because like even if delays come up in life, right? They feel it's like any chance you get, anytime you feel like you could just move forward, moving, right? You could just wave your magic wand and boom. So they keep searching and searching, trying to figure out shit. Not understanding the ebbs and flows. Maybe because you don't advertise when you feeling low or you doing, block, please. Look. Justice, Six of Cups. Right. See, you were supposed to remove all these people. You really were. You were supposed to cut these cords. You were supposed to move away. Same old, same old. Just like these people, same old, same old. They ain't changed, they haven't grown up, they haven't bettered themselves whatsoever. But you're supposed to be in the energy of allowing, you know what I mean? Giving them your time, your attention, your energy, allowing them to play with you and hustle you and pull on your heartstrings and never take yourself seriously. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You were supposed to hold back from these people because they were doing nothing more than breadcrumbing you. Like I said, look. Four Pentacles, Six Pentacles, and look, there's the five. Playing on your heartstrings, Father. Queen of Cups. You had to walk away from them for your own pursuit of happiness, for your own success and well-being, for your own healing. To prove to yourself that you could do it on your own. Because these people ain't nothing but some backstabbers, betrayers, liars, thieves, manipulators, and cons. You funny. Yo, they funny. They so funny. Should I say it? Should I say it? Because, man, y'all funny. That's kind of, oh, I don't want to offend nobody from that region. But they definitely threw out a region. They said, sound like you from such and such place. Wow. Wow. So I'm going to leave that alone because I'm really not trying to piss off a whole region. But a bunch of con artists and shit come out of that place. Oh, my God. Hustlers, thieves, con artists. Oh my God, jigaboos, romance scammers. That's like what their what is it? Their GPA in that region. That's what they put out. Wow, that's amazing. Your ability to move forward, to not allow your emotions to be manipulated. That's why they can't stand your ass. Cause you like, I'm free. I don't care about none of that shit. Pass behind me like a ponytail. Look, you understood the assignment. They said pack only what you can carry. You was like, okay, that's just me. Dead weight gone. Wow. They didn't want you to know how limitless you are. They wanted you like not believing in yourself. Ooh, 11-11. And all they figured out was a waste of time. These people stalk you and talk shit. You're their favorite show. They look you up, talk shit. Look you up, talk shit. You need a life in a clinic. Just telling you. Yeah. Look, cause somebody burning. Oh, you really thought they loved you. You did. You did. They loved you so much they left you something to remember them by. You know, it's not supposed to hurt when you pee. I don't know who need to know that. If you're that immature and inexperienced in intimacies, and maybe you should go back to health class. I'm sure there's a YouTube video that will help educate you on the do's and don'ts. It's a reason why this person in and out your life. But this could also be your stalker. Look. This person could have got taken on the tilt-a world. Alright, what else is... What's the day for the collective? This is somebody's karma. I said that shit. This is somebody's karma. But this could actually end up in a court case for some. Didn't I tell you something that you could remember them by? Dirty offers, haunted memories, flashbacks, trauma, side effects. Now, somebody could have actually tried to send this sick, nasty, dirty spirit towards you via a lover, something that would attach itself on. but you didn't validate it. Look, broke ass, right? Look. So whatever monitoring spirit they tried to send you, you rejected it. Right. There's some sort of like spirit of emptiness or something like that that was supposed to latch on to you. And you was like, why Queen Rising sticking out again? You was like, yeah, shit. They mad because whatever this was supposed to really do you in. Moves in silence, uninterested in any love triangles. You know, anybody trying to attach themselves to your good fortune, your good karma, you reject it. You're not confused about why anybody coming towards you right now. Like, it's funny because it's like, I don't know, somebody's like, yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care. They're waiting on some sort of chaos to ensue. And it's so funny because they sent their best man towards you. Yes, they did. They just knew. King of Swords, Knight of Wands, Tower. They just knew. They was like, nah, this one. This the one. Knight of Cups. You was like, do you know who the fuck I am? Empress. Ace of Swords just flashed. Do you know? Look. Look. See, here's the thing. You're not the same. Oh, shit. Look. You have an ability. Look at this. I told you they were trying to attach something wicked to the Empress. And for some, they tried to, claim that the Empress, did something like this in the reverse where, that was the plan. Look. Teamwork. Three of Pentacles. Look, told you it was something that was supposed to latch onto your destiny, put you in a spiral. This person was supposed to come towards you, Two of Cups you, charm you, King of Cups, digmatize you, King of Wands, and then bind you up. But you saw this shit. They're like, listen, you know the real deal when you see one. Look, 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 look. You saw their intention. Look how these cards will not shuffle away from each other. Eight of Swords, Three of Swords, Ten of Swords, Five. Look, you saw that chaos. You saw wickedness in this person. You was like, I'm okay. This person came towards you under the guise of wanting to pursue you, woo you, and your intuition was like, no, hell no. Liar, thief, manipulator, con. Something's attached to you. Block. Go in peace. Yeah, you slew this. You just moved out the way and let karma deal with it. Wow. That was the tee-hee-hee. I don't feel like they finished, but I feel like they need to know that it is a waste of time to continuously try these antics. Whatever they thought they knew about you with Stalker, right? It's not amounting to anything. And whoever they had pulling on your energy in terms of divination abuser, they're only getting energy from your past life. And I don't even mean like a different incarnation. I mean like shit that you've 86, you've buried, one of the many funerals that you had for yourself. When you've buried the old version and rebirthed, that. You're pulling on that. See, somebody really is in the energy of karma, of Mayat. Like they are. Like there's no coming out of that. That's just where they are. They're in this very neutral energy. They're in the energy of universal law. And so no matter what you think you're learning, so maybe you should just stop watching, right? It doesn't haunt this person. They don't have any flashbacks about it. They learned what they needed to learn. in the back of this person's mind, they think everybody dirty. That's also what I'm getting. Collective, you think everybody dirty. That's so funny. And so until you think everybody dirty, everybody just trying to fuck, da 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 da. You learned your lessons about all of that. You don't look. You got the memos, the book reports, and all that shit. Uh-uh. You don't even allow yourself to even swoon on that level. Look, what I tell you, that is an old cycle that you have closed out. Like, you comfortable and you stable. You love yourself, Queen of Cups. You're pouring into yourself. You're not in a position of need. And you think a lot of people are really of this world, and you have ascended. You have mastered it. You have tempered yourself. So when I say you are the living physical embodiment of Mayat, that's what I mean. Like, that's where we are. I don't care which your school of thought, whether you're masculine, you're in the Ochozi sort of energy, divine righteousness and all of that. Hey, however this shit applies to you, just telling you. So that energy has no place to go. Your ancestors are up. Oh, I got chills and chills and chills. Are up in arms, by the way. Up in complete arms over this. All right. We'll do one more round and I'm done. There is someone who think they favor you, who feel some kind of way, like big ego energy, and I feel like they got rejected for some reason or another. This person could have been trying to do some sort of identity theft also, and they got rejected, busted, caught up, something like that. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What other messages do you have for the collective? Look. Spiritual hater. Look. Marrying for money. So there is a spiritual con who only does what they do for money. Period. Point one. Right. Always partying. Please don't be that person that be doing witchcraft while they high. Oh, Jesus. Look. Bad reputation. Whoever this person is, they already have a bad reputation. So, look. Too busy winning. Love triangle. That's interesting. Well, this spiritual hater could have been trying to besmirch the reputation of someone who is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Right. Look. Oh, this could even be somebody that you blocked. Shit, no, some people deserve to be blocked because your energy's wrong and you're just trying to be a terror and you don't, you know what I mean? Like, you're disruptive. It is what it is. Nobody want that shit on their platforms or nothing like that. Like, you need therapy. Look. And you don't get... let me finish pulling these cards. Look. Wow. Somebody could also feel like you've done something to block them, to slow down their hustle. But I also see an active smear campaign on the other side. Same shit, different day. What does it matter? Right? Tell me about this spiritual hater, please. Four of Swords. Marrying for money. Wow, that came out real quick. Moon. Tower. Oh, let me put them on the side. Wow. feel like this is a backfire that this person didn't see coming. And everybody connected to it. Always partying. Yeah, look. Bad reputation. Wow. See, this is... Oh, you ain't got the power, the strength that you say you do. You ain't da-da-da-da. You ain't built like that. You ain't blessed like that. You ain't abundant like that. Da-da-da-da-da. You don't have a spiritual backing like that. Da-da-da-da. That's this... Look. Too busy winning. You don't give a fuck about none of that. Look. Look. It's something like all that old shit. Whatever. Love triangle. Whoa. Whoa. See, look. Look, let me show you something. Look, collective. Look at your love triangle. Queen of Pentacles, Justice, and the Emperor. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. A word. You really... They said you don't have backing by the higher-ups. And didn't the higher-ups just come out? Like, what? Like, see, here's the thing. This is why you're always going to win. Because you came back here on assignment, bitch. That's the whole problem. Well, whoever you are in the background, whoever keeps trying to challenge it, like, ooh, somebody really who has authority. They have backing. Like, this person is living proof is also what I'm getting with that Queen of Pentacles energy. They are living proof. Look, as I say that, the magician jumps out. Like, they really, they got everything they said they do. They got every tool they say they have. Block, please. Look, death, Nine of Pentacles. Right. Somebody, isn't that crazy? They want to start you over on your journey. That's what they trying to do. Trying to block your path forward, halt it, force you back to square one. Look, as I say, that Eight of Cups to the Fool, Eight of Pentacles, Five of Swords. This is what this person's been doing. But here's the thing. They're targeting the Ace of Cups. Bad idea. Bad idea. Oh, the smoting. The smiting that is coming for you. Oh, you little cunt. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, I saw it. You see the moon in the tower, right? This is what this person in the background, they spend all their time meditating. The spiritual hater, trying to bring you to an end, put you to rest, doing graveyard work, necromancy, anything you could imagine to put you in a stasis and not, you know, reminding them every day of their life that they ain't shit, they ain't never gonna be shit, their children ain't gonna be shit, they might, like, really, that's the type of energy we on. That's the type of energy we on. The more this person tries, the more you ascend with two busy women winning front end. Look, center, Ace of Swords. I know what I'm talking about. Because look, they ain't never seen the real deal. There's a sun in Gemini. This person's sun sign is Gemini. I don't care about their gender, but I know for a fact because I keep seeing it and I keep seeing it. And guess what? You want recognition? You got it. Thank you for making it crystal clear that the person vexing the collective at this point is a sun sign Gemini. Let's find out where they are for you guys. Come on. Where in the world is the spiritual hater? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Show me where this person is. The one that we're tapped into right now. The one who wants so much attention and recognition and notoriety. Where are they? Where is this sun and Gemini energy? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Where are they? Where in the world is this person? They can't hide from you. There is no cloak that... Please. Please. Where are they? USA. Okay. Let's see. Where are they? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Where is this sun sign Gemini? This spiritual hater? Oh, yes. They are in the Houston, Corpus Christi area. That's kind of big of a swath. Hold on. Let's just pull out Texas. Let's just pull out the big old map of Texas. Oh, as they say, death becomes her. Okay, show me. Woo! There we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Show me. Where is this person? Show me, show me, show me how you do it. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Arnez Pass, Ingleside, Palm Harbor area. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I know there's gotta be a little. Nope, that's too far north. Okay, that will do. Spirits already know. Thank you. I'll pull out my tablet on the Zoom a little later and get even more specific. It's crazy because this person putting out all this negative energy to stop you, and now they're depleted, by the way. They don't, they want to drain you dry. They want to usurp your energy, your talent, your charisma, all these things to them. It's not going to work that way. And they think they're not going to get any blowback for that. Yeah, this person wicked. They don't want you to see how much they want to hold you back, how much they really feel some kind of way about you. But you see crystal clear. You see crystal clear. There's nothing wrong with your vision. You know this bitch a hater. Look. Knight of Swords. A destroyer. Somebody who's jealous. Driven to succeed, but not in the proper way. That's all right. Look. Who or whatever they petition, they don't want it. They don't want it. Yeah. Whatever energy of cock blocking they tried to send you, it was rejected. The universe said no. They said no. Broke ass. Look, like I said, no. Judgment. Judgment. Again, this said everything. With the Six of Cups right here. Said everything. Then we get the says everything. It's a no. It's a no. Clearly, whoever the sun sign Gemini is don't have the power nor the authority to make such declarations against anybody in the collective. Misguided anger, if you ask me. Oh, baby, that backfires wicked. Right. Right. Because look, you ain't nothing but a Queen of Cups. Look, this person want to be you. Look, that's a Gemini Cancerian energy, right? Kind people are my kind of people. Yeah, okay. Ain't nothing kind in that chick or that dude. It don't matter. There's somebody who ain't never satisfied. Look. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me just look at the wheel, because I definitely see that. This person sits on they're on the cusp. Okay. Good job. Closer to Cancerian. Oh, yeah. They don't have nothing left. All that energy gotta go somewhere. Look. Look at the angels. Look at the angels. I told you. Whoever you are, little Gemini sun sign, you have shot above your pay grade. And the God smacking that's coming to you, everybody get out the way, because this shit gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Oh, yeah. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. It's okay. Look, because here's the thing. See the angel right there, front and center? You're attacking an angel in human form is what I'm getting. You should always be kind to strangers, because you don't know who you entertaining. I'm going to leave it right there. Like I said, that was my last round. I hope that helps somebody. Yeah, I feel like I saw that moon death card. Moon to the tower, excuse me. 4 swords above it. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you, you shouldn't have stopped. You should have stopped playing. Yeah, you should have stopped playing. It's okay. Last chance. Undertaker's being called. I'm not even joking. Look, third again. Drama starter. Whatever's happening is because you started it. Okay, like absolutely, you started it. Yeah, you started it. Can't take it back now. Nope. No, 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 no takes backs. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. 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 Mm-hmm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that helped you. Love you, love you, love you. I gotta go. Bye. Shit.